Voter fraud for Democrats in Ohio happening very often. A government accountability this is by Baxter Dimitri for yournewswire.com. A government accountability institute investigation has uncovered hundreds of cases of dead men and women voting in Ohio years and in some cases decades after their deaths. The revelation that hundreds of dead people are registered voters in Ohio, a crucial swing state, raises serious questions about safeguards apparently in place to prevent such cases of election fraud, as well as shining a light on persistent Democrat efforts to block voter ID laws, because that's the only way they're going to ever win an election. So get over it, Democrats. You are losing, and you will lose, and you will be caught and prosecuted, sent to jail for doing this. This is a federal crime, according to Eric Eggers, research director at the Government Accountability Institute. 170 registered voters in Ohio's 12th congressional district are listed as being over 116 years old. Considering that the world's oldest living person is a 115-year-old resident of Japan, this is a big problem. And while the numbers might seem negligible compared to the millions of people living in the state, they are actually hugely significant in a swing state that is usually won by the finest margins. That's 10% of Balderson's current margin of victory pending provisional ballots, Eggers wrote, and 72 voters over the age of 116 who live in Balderson's district cast ballots in the 2016 election. In fact, many of the voters on Ohio's roll list their birthdays as January 1st, 1800, making them 218 years old. Clearly, something is amiss. Western Journal reports for 4 years now, Democrats in Ohio have been fighting efforts to prevent voter fraud. And it is easy to see why. You think? They play dirty, but they should be held accountable? Absolutely. In June, the Supreme Court ruled 5-4 in favor of Ohio's system for purging ineligible voters from the rolls, dealing a tough blow to Ohio Democrats. Yeah, who's suffering from that? Democrats. And I bet you if you look a little closer, you know how many fraudulent votes and illegal votes you're going to find in that pile? It's more than 170, but let's go with this. If voter IDs laws are passed and implemented as a result of the Supreme Court ruling, those 170 impossibly old voters would no longer be able to cast ballots. And that is something the fraudulent Democrats of the state desperately want to avoid. A critical swing state, Ohio, has voted for the winner in presidential races in 28 out of the last 30 elections. As Ohio goes, so goes the nation. Former Ohio Secretary of State Ken Blackwell wrote on American Thinker, "While it may seem strange to witness millions of dollars pouring into a down ballot race in the heartland, there is a method to Democrats' madness," Blackwell continued. "Delve below the surface and you will see that the Democrats have their sights set on 2020, defeating Donald Trump, taking back the presidency, and they will stop at nothing to achieve their goal." Listen. This is what they plan. That's why we have some time till 2020 to get this straightened out. So none of this takes place, because at this point you need voter ID. That's it. And you can't vote if you're illegal, and you can't vote if you're a dead person. So how about that? Yeah, they will stop at nothing. They play very dirty. Very dirty. And those Soros voting machines should be taken out immediately. Anything connected to Soros should be out immediately. Come on. Really? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.